Another thing about the Super Bowl is that it's not just about the game. It's also about everything around it. The halftime show, the commercials. There's some people, most of them are normies. They love it just for the commercials. Which, if you meet those people, please tell them to fuck off. But I thought some of these commercials were super weird, and I had to talk about it. For me, the Facebook commercial about the animatronic dog that's like super depressed and like has the shop closed down, and he's in like this garbage compactor, and he goes through all this really sad, depressing like life changes. But then like some kid is in an airport and he's like, "Hey, let's put you in the metaverse." And then he's in the metaverse and he sees all of his old animatronic buddies. He's like, "Oh, I'm okay again because I have the metaverse." It's like that was weird. That was a very weird commercial.
Yeah, probably the worst commercial I saw was with Joel McHale and Dr. Ken when they were yelling to each other about how they like their nuts. So
I don't remember that one.
so it was for who's the peanut guy with like the glass
The
the
Planters guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically Joel McHale had mixed nuts and he was eating them that way. And then Chang is like, or not Chang, Dr. Ken is like, yeah, I like only one at a time. And he's like, they're just screaming at each other about nuts. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? This is such a bad commercial. And it's like, he's making fun of him, like, oh, you're stuffing your face because of your proteins, your big dumb muscles. And then he's like, oh, your nut just looks like a banana in your small hands. I'm like, this is trash. Like Super Bowl commercials are supposed to be like the pinnacle of advertisement. This year was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I agree. There's not really like a commercial that I was like, "Oh my god, this was so great."
The at-home COVID test commercial.
That one was interesting.
Yeah, I think Gal Gadot was voicing it as well, and then all the technology started talking to it. The weirdest one was probably the Alexa one.
Yeah, with her reading your mind.
Yeah, I'm like, most people are suspect of Alexa because if you leave it on, Alexa has a running transcript of your conversation that Amazon has. There was one court case where there was a murder situation, and the court ordered the transcript from the Alexa in the room as evidence. So that's weird. And then Alexa, there's also evil laugh Alexa, where some people would hear their Alexa doing an evil laugh in the middle of the night. So that's also creepy. So I don't know. For a company that already has people that are skeptical of buying an Alexa, I feel like that wasn't really the best advertisement you should put forward.
Yeah, I agree because it's like, "Oh, Alexa can read your mind," and then it literally just goes through all of these terrible situations where Alexa just does terrible things.
It was cool that ScarJo was in it though.
Yeah, and I didn't know that her and Colin Jost were dating.
That's kind of gross. She could do better.
Oh yeah, she could for sure. Um, yeah, not really any commercials that stand out to me. And like I mentioned before, if you talk to somebody who says that Super Bowl commercials are why they watch it, um, yeah, fuck you.
What about the FTX one, where it's like the guy in history telling people they were wrong each time?
I don't
Did you
remember.
see that one? So it's I forget who the guy's name is, but some famous old actor before my time, but he's
Oh,
going through
yeah,
like Declaration of Independence. He's like, all people can vote. That's crazy. He's like, the light bulb. This is a terrible idea. So he goes through like all the inventions in history. He's like, the wheel. That's dumb. And he just like goes through all the inventions, and then the end of the episode, it's like FTX trade crypto. It's just like I don't know.
yeah. Another one that stirred the pot a little bit was the Coinbase one. I
Yeah,
I honestly really liked it. I thought it was really because it kind of like everything else is like, oh my god, I'm a celebrity. Oh my god, major, explosions, crazy. And then it's just a QR code bouncing around. And
yeah.
obviously, you see this QR code at the Super Bowl. You're like, oh, I'm gonna scan this. You see, it's like, oh, $15 in Bitcoin, and then it crashes the site. But um, I don't think their service could have handled hundreds of millions of people checking on that card that code at once.
Yeah.
Something they probably should have tested before. But hey, whatever.
There's
Overall,
yeah, there was another one where it had DJ Khaled in it, but he wasn't even part of the ad. He was just kinda in the background. I'm like, "Oh, it's DJ Khaled," and then he disappeared and never showed up in the commercial again. I'm like, "Wait, why was DJ Khaled there?"